as I explored it and researched that, I realized no, there's some stress really can motivate us, can take us to higher levels, can really take our lives to another dimension. So yeah, here's a great tip. If you're experiencing a stressor, and my definition of stress is how you respond when your needs are not met. So if suddenly you've received a diagnosis, bad news, you find yourself in a very irritating or frustrating or saddening or maddening place, use the CFL approach. If you can see it as a challenge rather than a threat, which is really important. So when we sense a threat, that's when all the hormones and chemicals kick in, and that's when our amygdala starts firing and expanding. And when we see it as a challenge, we get a little motivated and inspired. If we can see it as finite instead of infinite, if we can just wrap our fingers around this whole thing. So if it's a diagnosis, what's the length of the treatment? If you've just been dumped, from that moment to the moment where you start going out again, or start meeting people again, or start really believing in yourself at a higher level. If you can just see it as, because a lot of times we see the stressor and we see it as infinite. And we're like, oh, that's it. This thing's going to go on forever, and my life is ruined. So if we can see it as finite instead of infinite, and L, if we believe that we can learn and grow from it, whatever this experience is, that there's some type of positive gain that we'll experience. We have to truly believe that. So if we see it as a challenge, as finite, and as a positive gain, science is now proving that that step moves us from like PTSD to PTG, post-traumatic growth, where we suddenly identify what matters to us in our life. We suddenly hold people dearer to us. We find purpose. We find meaning. It even is proven to increase wound healing.
Wow.
So whatever's going on in your life, if you can just apply that CFL, challenge, finite, and learn and grow, to that process, your life will be taken to the next level.
I think that could be